So, yes, everyone, welcome. Super excited to have, every one of us here today, and it's been a great day. Seeing a whole lot of things happening in the markets, and I think it begs for us to have, yes, understanding of what is happening and where we are headed. So we look forward to ensuring rather that everyone gets, appreciated, right? Especially those who are joining us here on this platform. So once again, you are welcome. You are welcome. I see every one of us and greeting you. Thank you for coming. It's beautiful having you all around. I think that's pretty much important to state, okay? That we all are together. I want you to ensure you're giving us a following. If this is your first time for joining us, don't forget to follow, subscribe. So sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see it with the network. I think we've got some levels of network distortion, which we're trying to regulate. A minute, please. We'll be right back. So I think we've had the reconnection we need. Now it's established, so we hope that everyone can still very much hear us, which we're trying to, oh my god, work on. So just exercise a bit of patience while we see to this, right? That's our network is not giving us any form of issues, which I'm going to be looking out for right now. Once that is confirmed, we can actually dive deeper into, okay, great, we're still very much live, and I think this is interesting. So I don't know what this is that is still sort of giving us some levels of concerns, which I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to be walking around this. So quick one, I think it's whichever way important for us to state the fact that we're seeing the crypto market generally taking this form. It's sorry, taking this, and what exact form are we seeing the markets taking? The form that insinuates bearishness, the form that insinuates I don't know if I would say bullishness, whichever way, but it's all a critical one. I want to try to conduct some airdrops for those watching on our crypto. Oh my god, what's this? What's it with this network? Jesus. I don't know what's happening right here, right? And I'm trying to work on the network. This is going now. What's then going on? The network is pure. All right. I'm so sorry. So just we're trying to work around with our network, and I think we have issues with maybe our network provider, and that's why I've not been able to turn on my camera and then keep up with our discussions. Apologies. We all are going to be having those things sorted out, which are very simple issues, right? So then all we plan to do as regards the airdrops all going to be coming on. So please, if you join us on YouTube, please stay tuned to the very, very, very end. Okay, great. And then don't forget to drop some comments, right? As those are very, very important, very, very important. So yeah, I think that's very much necessary for us to do. Okay, so let's have it this way. Now let's continue. All right, so the Bitcoin market had a critical top, right? Let's begin with Bitcoin analysis on a daily time frame. As at today, the 10th day in the month of the 10th day in the month of July, I opened this funny short. Guess what? I opened and I ran off. I took the profit takers. I mean, it's important to face the reality. And one of the realities you'd get to see, especially if you're a trader like myself, is if you do not take any profits, that profit is not yet yours. And then those are one of the things I've been trying to, inculcate as an habit into myself, that, hey, you know what, take profits as much as necessary, right? And then, because unrealized profit is still no profit at all, right? So I took certain profit somewhere here, right? Somewhere here, and I've been waiting for the market to have a level of retracement, because I wanted to, get back into the market, you know what I'm saying, right? And then stuff like that sometimes, do happen. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. The market just goes down. And honestly speaking, if you come check, the fear and greed index is sitting on fear. I tell you, it's in this time you want to begin to buy back. Once you have some profit, some $50, some $100, you want to begin to buy back some of these coins. I'm telling you guys, because you cannot really have a factual clue when the bottom kicks in, right? As we are envisaging. Jesus Christ. There's a particular NFT I've been keeping my eyes on. Guess what? The NFT just got 1.29 Solana. 1 point. Guys, people are selling off their bags crazily. I tell you, it'll be a crazy bounce back, a very crazy one. And I don't know how best to say this, but it's the truth, okay? It's just the truth. So the wise thing, right, is just to re-diversify portfolio, okay? And that's something I think I'm probably going to be doing, right? I'm going to be re-diversifying portfolio, and yes, that's the best word to use. And I think that's it. I'm going to be bidding for this particular NFT, right, at, let's say, one Solana or 0.9, which is something possible. I'll bid at 0.9. Yeah, I'll bid this particular NFT at 0.9 Solana, and I'm going to be watching the price of Solana and how it's going to be moving or tanking, whichever one. But I think it's, I don't know if I would say crazy, but interesting to see the NFT selling at 1.29. I remember selling this NFT for 17 Solanas. I'm saying things happen in the market, and this is this is going to be the indicator, right? A very strong indicator, okay, that the market is switching fully bullish. So because I know folks are going to be thinking, hey, it's a bearish market. I'm telling you guys, it's not yet a bearish market, and this is my honest opinion on this whole thing. Okay, it's still not a bearish market, and my reasons for that are not far-fetched, right? Looking at the market, seeing the way it's been acting up and behaving and all of that, I would not only analyze Bitcoin alone, I would look at many other factors. For instance, let's pick Bitcoin and start with. All right, look at Bitcoin. It's been selling, I know, right? Let's begin on a daily time frame. I'm going to start from today, like this. The markets from here got to an high of 59,400. It's been selling ever since, and the truth is what I saw, which was the reason why I took on this sell, even though I took profit already, which is a very good thing. I do not need anyone to tell me that was a good thing or not. Okay, the thing is this: when I looked at the market, I feel this is necessary for us to do, right? What is that? I think it's kind of necessary for us to be factual, right? There are tendencies, take notes, for the markets to come here, which is the worst case scenario, $50,400, somewhere around here. I'm going to be making you see that. Let me hide this whole analysis so you can see. Beginning from a weekly time frame, let's go back in time way more, right? Okay. So sorry. Stream with Elgiod. So if you're on the live room, just comment stream with Elgiod, and I'm super gonna be excited if you have that done. So you stand a chance to win some unit of peps, right? So okay, let's do it this way. Let's do it 10,000 peps, not something big, I know, right? But it's gonna be worth it eventually. So yes, so let's get it going. A lot of coins are down, but I'm telling you, this is going to be like the best time to buy many coins. So this is it on the weekly time frame. This is Bitcoin. This is, let me draw it from this. All right, we had sales liquidity here, breakout, retest, because if you take this and you like kind of drop from here, right, you see the market literally already trade into the premium, and that's enough for the market to pull up. The market pulled up like that, and then we have seen the market having a sustained uptrend from this point going forward. And now, having continued on this particular uptrend, right, we sort of go to this top, and this is going to be like our bottom. And if we kind of draw this right from here, we see that there are high tendencies for the market to come to 49k. And that would not invalidate the continuation pattern or a bullish trend which the market already kick-started. Now I'm saying this so you could know, guys, right, that the market's trend is inconsequential of your take and your emotion and your unstable psychology, right? Now it's very much of technical analysis as much as it has to do with fundamental news, right? And so I looked at the market and I was like, you know what, even if we're going to be drawing this as our sell side liquidity, bigger one on a weekly time frame, and then we have this, so even if the market worst comes to 45k, worst case ever, that still doesn't mean we are bearish. Okay, take note, it's just the first part of the bull run that we've just concluded. Now this is important because the second leg of the bull run is always the most explosive part. Now I'm going to be showing you this through history. Come with me, let's travel back in time on Bitcoin and look at how this same claim I am giving on the market is very, very pivotal. Now you would excuse me, and then you would have us, you would be encouraged to stick true to the very end and keep your eyes glued. Now look at this. Over the previous bull runs, we've had the market acting as though we're going to be going crazily bearish, right, after breaking out from the previous all-time high. Take for instance, we had the, I don't know if I'm going to call it a bull run, but the market cycle in 2011, Bitcoin got to this particular top. Take note of this, right? That was at $31, right? Critical top, critical one. I mean, very, very critical. And that was the top the market got to. Okay, following that particular top, I'm going to pick a particular tool like a cycle, right? So following the particular top which market got to, there was a bearish market that followed that very sharp decline, about 94% decline. Literally after this quick decline in the Bitcoin market, we saw the market quickly recovering. The next year, you can imagine, it was a year of discovering Bitcoin, a cycle of, oh wow, there is this tech, there is this coin, there is this way of edging against inflation, there is this way of being secured against bank crisis, the one that happened in 2008. And so you see the market became alright. There was a lot of optimism in this market, and then boom, from less than $5, like $2.17, literally the market skyrocketed, so to speak. It went over the roof to a new high. Let me show it to you. The next high the market got. So this was it. This is what I'm going to be explaining. So the market got to this particular high, right? Essentially, of course, this time around with a very crazy margin, right? It broke the previous high with a crazy margin. It broke the previous high with a crazy margin, because the margin with which it broke the previous high was almost it's like almost 800%. That was a very big margin. Now the fact and the point is, now following that break, what we saw was this relapse. Now this relapse is what I'm going to be trying to make you see. This relapse was, in this case, which I don't think we're going to be having that kind of experience in this particular bull run. I'm just stating the obvious, so you can actually look at historical data and understand what exactly the market is going to probably do. Now this was a 74 or almost 75% drawdown, while still continuing being bullish, and this was in Q1, Q2 of 2013, and following that we had the market somewhere in Q4 from exactly, let's say Q3, it begins to turn on explosive, and there you have it. It went over the board and it made a very nice mark. I tell you, the amount of percentage it made following that short decline was 1,700%, and that's crazy, because from the all-time low, right, when it was about running or making this run, the one he made was just let's see, right, the one he made was quite interesting, right? Let's say from here we turned bullish essentially. So the amount of percentage it made from the previous move, oh wow, that's nice, was like 30,000%. And then the one it's made from this particular low, when it was continuing the bullish trend, was about 1,800%, right? Literally half of the previous one. And so those who thought of, hey, I think we may start going to be going up, they got into this depressing moment where the market bites almost 90% the dust. And now it continued same way. There was a sharp decline. This particular decline in this cycle was how many percent? Let's see, 40%, right? And then we had a very crazy top, isn't it? Now the same thing, we're down, all right, we're about up, then we have this sharp decline. This particular decline was how much, how long, or how big? About 69% essentially. And then we switched bullish from here. All right, we turned bullish from this point, right, on the market. Hey, Messi, thank you for the greetings. So we turned bullish here, right? The market went over 1,400%, and then we have the this third sharp decline. This was 50% sharp decline, and then we topped on. This was the top we now had, right? It's kind of not big, 133. Now we are at that state also where we have this what do we call it? Rise. Like this is like almost 400%, and I tell you, this decline on this particular market is like 24, 25. We might have it like 33. I'm serious. We might have it coming here. I'm being honest with you guys, all right? I'm thinking big with you, and that's the truth, because owing to the fact that I mentioned earlier that with this being a market shift structure above this point, and using this as a yardstick, there are tendencies. In fact, the tendency is way more sharper that we might see the market coming to 44k, 45k. I'm very honest with you. So because of that, I'm beginning to think, okay, you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be converting certain units of certain coin to what's it called, to USD, because when you look at the markets, you want to understand how exactly it's acting, so you do not stay out of synchronization. That is the word. You don't stay out of synchronization with what exactly you see the markets doing, because if you do stay out of synchronization, I tell you guys, we're going to be making a very huge, big, fat mistake. I'm serious. I'm very serious. So looking at this right now, I'm asking myself, you know what, David, what do you want to do right now? What are your chances? What are your moves? What are your alpha moves? One of the alpha moves I'm thinking of is, you know what, buying BTC shorts, and then, because I'm actually dead serious that we can be seeing the markets go way more lower. I think that's something we can use to edge, because if these markets goes like this, you don't deceive yourself and say, you know what, I'm going to survive out of the trend. That's one big hell of a mistake, and that is one actual factual truth I am facing, right? And I'm telling myself, you know what, I will take a chunk, right, in USDT and wait and see what the market is doing, because trying to deceive oneself will not work. It would not work. And so comparing data to data and looking at the market, I think it's just kind of wise, all right, let me look at Solana, to just stay safe, all right, that's a better word to use, to stay safe and stay careful. To stay safe and stay careful. Look at Solana, for instance. I was and I am still very much bullish on Solana. Don't forget, I'm still very much bullish on Bitcoin. I must state this obvious, that I'm still expecting Bitcoin to get to about $120,000 realistically. I mean, I'm making mention of realistic figures. So looking at Solana, this point didn't break the previous high. This point, it didn't. This was the high, and I was thinking this low was enough for us to continue. So once this didn't break, that implies the market has an interest with liquidity lower, and that means we're going to be probably seeing Solana coming somewhere here. Sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, that's what I'm looking at right now. If Solana goes to an 8%, can imagine what's going to be happening to Bitcoin and so many other coins, right? So this is many more the reason why you must be so strategic and, of course, at the same time careful. So looking at Bitcoin, the possibility of Bitcoin coming to 47k is actually very solid. So I'm looking at very key zones, right, which I think the market is going to probably get to. And so, yeah, I'm serious. So, guys, I don't know what you're learning from all I've been saying, but I'm spilling out the factual truth in this. The first leg of the bull run is already over, and I think we only have one more leg, right? A lot of what do we call these people? A lot of institutions begin to come into the market. I don't know if you've got up this news with Arkham, right, stating that let me check, that the German government, I'm sorry, I read that, have been selling BTC, right? I haven't done much analysis on that, but that's very huge, right? Very huge. And so you want to ask yourself any questions, what is really happening? So those are many factors, right? So don't forget, even if the market comes here, prepare to buy. The buy you want to make right now is a buy that will take us from here to at least another huge point, like somewhere here, 150, 120k, right? Some 200% is going to be probably happening, right? That's where you see the market unfolding. So this is enormous. This is important. This is information for those of you who are my followers on crypto platforms, and I'm saying this so you can actually take important lessons and stay safe. And this is something you do not want to joke with. This is something you don't want to cap with, and this is very, very essential, very, very essential. And I'm saying this so you do not sit back there and say, hey, I don't think there's anything that's going to be happening, I don't think this and that. I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you that Bitcoin is simulated for way more lower, a point. And when I mean lower, I mean I'm talking of 50k first, 50k, 52, 51. Right, worst case scenario is 47, and even if that still happens, guys, we are still bullish. So that is it. I'm very honest. So I'm gonna go on a break. I will be coming back right on your screen, so please stay tuned to the very end and enjoy the break. Peace, bye. I'm coming. It's the break time. Alright guys, we're so very much back. Apologies, we had to take that long break. It's kind of necessary. Now this is the dollar index. I often look at this guy and try to understand, and sometimes I'm asking myself what's going to be like the fate of the altcoin markets, and then we tend to look at that and never take our eyes from that, like especially myself. I am looking at this particular dollar index, and the possibility of the dollar rising to this heights is actually often taunting me, and I'm telling myself that is more like it to happen, because when we got here and we didn't sell and break this low, I was telling myself that whatever the market is leading up here right on the dollar, it's not just an ordinary triangular pattern. It's probably going to be causing a breakout, like a potential breakout like this, and then we're going to be having something like that before we have the markets going that way. And of course, using a triangular pattern, we can actually guess that it's going to be like a potential breakout, but that's not my problem. Yeah, that's pretty much not the big of a deal for me. I want us to look at the altcoin market, because what next? What are we doing? Should we take some sizable profit? Should we wait a minute? Should we just keep bargaining and buying more coins? What exactly will you advise me do, Georg? I know that must be your question. Of course, we're gonna be digging deep into that right in the course of this stream. I think we've got like 10 minutes more, so there about 5 minutes I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be using BTC. Total cryptocurrency excluding BTC and Ethereum. I want to look at the altcoin markets from the technical analytic perspective, and of course read what what's it called, and read the minds of the minds of, what do we call them, of the mind of investors. So we have our sell side liquidities here, which implies the market switched into a bullish state somewhere like this, right? This is a market shifting structure. I'm going to be using this as a market shifting structure, very massive one on a weekly time frame. And so when you draw this from somewhere like this, you see that this is on a demand zone. So now you get to see this, right? And it gives you a very massive clue that what it is right now. This same chart is not what you're going to be seeing on Bitcoin chart. So I'm going to be showing you that. We'll compare this chart with this chart, and then we'll conclude that on the Bitcoin dominance chart, and then we'll draw the curtains as to what exactly we think, or I think, the market is probably going to be doing. I'll look at Ethereum also, maybe not in this video, maybe it's going to be in the next, but I think it's pretty much interesting that we have taken our time for our followers, especially my followers on every of the platforms I've been streaming, and I'm letting them know, right, for certainty what could probably be the whole highlights of the Bitcoin market going forward. Now this is so important, so necessary, and so needful. So I would as well want you to not jump out or freak out, but stay tuned to the very end, and of course enjoy the video. I'm coming. Let me take a switch over to the lightning. I'm gonna be getting it. All right, so let me look at this color. All right, so does this make sense? Maybe, probably it doesn't, so maybe it does. It's just too red. Okay, and so maybe this, I think this does Maybe I'll just stick to this guy. Maybe this. So, okay. I don't know, but I think this is cool. A very funny color. I hope you like the chroma I just got on the video. Anyways, this is it. So I am making all of us realize that, see, the entire what do we call this? I'm currently on altcoin charts, right? I don't know if you get to see that. I want you to engage in the chat room and state what exact chart I am on. So I'm on the altcoin charts, and so let's what charts I want to see if you're engaging. Am I on? The answer is altcoin. I mean, if you're listening, I want you to listen. So let's make this a very big one, big pool. It's altcoin charts. We're gonna have like 50 people having a split of 30,000 people. So we're gonna give like 60 seconds for everyone to stand the chance of winning that, right? So okay, I want to look out for the POI or the block of this particular what do I call this, analysis, right? Because it's gonna be in, right, I don't know if I would say instructive or whichever way. So this is the POI OB on this particular chart. Let's see. So this is an altcoin chart. If you've been following, you can get to write that. Sorry, do we have no network distortion? Okay, so what is exactly happening? I'm gonna reload these charts. All right, so the answer is altcoin chart. If you've been following, you get that. I mean, a lot of talks around blah 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 blah. This is selling, that is selling, this is selling. But of course, you must be so careful, right? I must dare to say. It is total. Omar, I hope you all got the answer. In fact, I'm going to be writing that it's not BTC. Altcoin charts. That's the correct answer. I've given everyone a clue already. So that was the chart I was on before I refreshed the screen, and that's what I'm really on. I've literally written out the name of the chart, guys. You should just write it out. Are you listening at all? Come on, try to listen. And so this is it. And so the altcoin chart suggests the worst case scenario is for us to have altcoins dumping 11% or 12% thereabouts. But in all honesty, I think yeah, lots are going through my head right now, and on a daily time frame, what I get to see on the altcoin market is very suggestive of a very bullish market. So no one seemed to get my question. Anyways, interesting. And so when we look at that, I think it's intriguing to spot the way the market has been acting up. So I just wouldn't know what to call this one now. Maybe it's gonna be like a triangular pattern, but whichever way, there you have it. The worst case scenario is for altcoins to come here. So buying any ETF would be for BTC essentially. I mean, talking about myself. So altcoins are on the demand zone, right? And if I check the RSI indicator, even though I do not use indicators anymore, I just do not really make them a yardstick for me taking a trade or not taking any trade. So I think, sorry, I made two. Yes, this is supposed to be the one. So sorry, what's going on? Okay, so let's get this indicator back on. All right, so there you have it. Why is this not showing? Okay, now you get to see that even from here we haven't gotten the bullish divergence, because the bullish divergence insinuates we're gonna have a market going like that, and then on the charts you would be seeing something like that suggests a buy. So well, there's still a level of sell that is still sort of gonna take place, right, one last time. That's probably gonna be bringing the altcoin market somewhere right like this. Very crazy. So I think it's pretty much interesting to I don't know if I would say state the obvious. But in all honesty, I think and I feel, right, this market is for, what do we call this now, is gonna be going way more down, right? Sadly, and people are really losing hope. People are, and yeah, people are losing hope. Let me look for his news. I said I saw somewhere. Okay. Memes are gonna be going down crazily, and these are gonna be like the best time to buy memes. The best thing to do in wisdom is just to ensure you've got a lot of liquidity like USDT, because this is when it makes more sense to buy more, I tell you. I was surprised of Cardano. Oh my god. I pretty much think, sorry, why is my face so red? Well, I turned the light red. I'm gonna turn the light back and make it white, I guess. So alright, so let's make it whiter than snow. I hope you all get to like the face. If you like the face, subscribe. Please subscribe. I really need you to subscribe, everyone. Please subscribe. Where is this news? I still haven't seen it. What I'm gonna be doing is, right, probably I'm gonna be like selling some units of this particular token of mine. I want to look out to sell this token. So guys, that's pretty much where the market is going. I think we're gonna have some levels of a little bit of sell, very crazy one, and then we're gonna be having a buy afterwards. So I know that sounds unusual. I'm just gonna do that, right? I'm just gonna do that right now. So that's it. I don't know. I would just want to say thank you for coming. Make sure you stay safe while trading. The market is very, very unusual, and I think yeah, like for example, this particular token I'm looking at, I'm seeing the possibility of it doing something like this, 31% crazy, and then afterwards it's gonna be rising like that upward. So it is what it is, right? So yeah, just ensure you all are safe, right? That's it. Thank you for coming. I'm super excited. So let's just see. All right, no question, no greetings. Thank you. We've got over 100 followers. That's very much interesting. I'm gonna ask another question, right, this time around. Have you followed me? All of you should please follow me. All right. If you haven't, all right, I just want to ask a question. If my content is valuable, is my content valuable? I think that's better. So I want you to follow my content valuable. Have you followed me? Because so I think following me, right? The amount of gifts can be like for the first 100 people that can grab that gift. So that's gonna be it. So that's yeah. So it's up for grabs now. I think everyone has to really go contest for their space right now. So guys, I think I'm literally done with this show. We're gonna meet tomorrow morning. Essentially, we've been working on our power outage in this region, and that's something that's been a big deal for us not to be streaming daily. We're gonna be working on that, and I promise you all you're gonna be seeing a better side of that. So thank you so much for coming. Peace. I guess I'm gonna say bye from here now. Yeah, enjoy the show.